So let's start with our video today, and out here I have already created a new project which you can see. So this is the project which I have created, and for this I have used the command Ionic start. This is the particular command. Alright, you can just check this out. So this is the command that I have used for creating a new project. Once the project is created, I have not gone for the free Ionic account, and after that I just open the code, went into the particular folder and open that up in Visual Studio Code using this particular command. Once that is done, we are good to go out here. Let me just close this. And out here I have simply run Ionic serve to get started with the project. So you can see out here it is up and running. Now once that is done, what we will do out here, let me just open the src folder, F folder and the home folder. Now in the home page HTML, let me first clean up all the stuff because we don't need this stuff out here, and I will clean this up too. Change the title to, I think, media capture. That will be an appropriate one, media capture. Well, that's what we are going to do. We will capture the media, that means the video capturing and playing that particular video. That's what we are going to work out here with. So media capture, I think that's a better option for the time being. Let me give the toolbar color to be primary. That will look better. And translucent not needed. Let me remove it. Or let me go for media. Not instead of media, let's have video capture and play. That's appropriate, I suppose. Alright, so once that titling is done, now we need to work with the functionality. So out here, what plugin am I going to use? Let me just show you out. So let's go to our browser. Out here it is already opened up. I'll just go to the Ionic framework documentation. Now we are working with the capacitor, but I will be using the Cordova plugin for our media capture because I tried with the capacitor plugin, which is, let me just show you out here. Capacitor video recorder. This is the plugin that I used. And there are a few things which doesn't work out here properly. The first thing is it is capacitor version 3. So for capacitor version 4 it is not compatible, but you can install it by using the -- force. And I have seen that it works properly for iOS. We are able to capture the video, but for playing that up, well, you need to change the directory and something, then only it's going to work. Then I tried for Android and it was giving the error. So I didn't go ahead with this particular plugin because it doesn't work with Android as properly as it is for iOS. So I just skipped it up. Now I tried with this particular media capture and it works pretty nicely. So I'll just go with that particular one. Alright, so that is why I didn't go for this particular capacitor video recorder plugin. Now let me just show you out here in the Ionic framework documentation. Let's go to the native section, and in here I'll simply search for, let me search for media capture, which is this one. Alright, I'll just open it up in new tab, and if you're installing the media capture, you need to have one more plugin installed, otherwise you will get some error. You will check, if you don't use this, then it will give you that particular error. You need to have the file one. So for the file one, let me just go to the top. Out here you need to use this particular plugin, then the error won't be there. So if you use it or not, you just have to install it. That's mandatory. So that is another thing which you need to take care of. Alright, so I need to install both these plugins. So this is the installation part for file, and this is for the media capture. Let me install the media capture at first, copy it up, and out here I will just close it and open up new tab, not new tab, another shell out here, and paste it. Meanwhile, let me install this one too. Copy and paste it out here. I'll not run the third command for the time being because we don't have the Android and iOS platform as of now. We need to add that up. Now let me just go for this installation of file too. So copy this up, go out here, wait for it to complete. Now this is done. I'll go for the next command, which is this particular one. So go for the installation part. Meanwhile, I'll copy the next command, which is this one. Let me copy this up and let's go for the pasting one. Installation will be done. After that, I will add both the Android and iOS platforms. But before installing, I need to do one more thing. I'll go out here and I'll just scroll to the bottom to the which file? Capacitor.config.ts file, and out here I'll change the package name. Let me have com.techniques. Let me call it video capture. Okay, it's capture. Alright, capture app. Fine, that will be the name that I'll give out here, and let me have the app name to be video capture. Fine. Alright, once that is done, we are good to go. Now I simply need to run a command called Ionic build at the very beginning, because we don't have the www folder at the very beginning, right? So we need to create that up to get that particular folder, otherwise it will give us the error. Now we have the www folder created. Simply I can go for adding the platforms now. So Ionic cap add Android, that will be the first one that I'm going to add. You can just have the iOS also at first, don't need to worry about it. The serial number won't work out here, so I just have to add both the platforms. So I'll go for iOS now, iOS. Alright, this is also done. Now I'll simply run the command ionic cap sync. It's not needed because it is already being done, but still I'll run it up and it will sync for Android and iOS both. Alright, meanwhile that is being done, we need to check anything else I need to do. I need to go for the GitHub repository, which is out here, because out here you won't see a lot of information, right? And to have all the information, you need to go out here to get all the things that you need. And let me just check everything, whether anything that I need out here or not. So I was just scrolling down and it is said for iOS we need to pass these 3 permissions. Alright, and anything for Android, well, where is Android one? I don't see it out here. Well, I don't see any other permission for Android, but for the iOS it is being given. So let me work with that. So now in order to work with this particular permissions for iOS, I'll go out here and will search for using the command command plus P, control plus P for Windows and command plus P for Mac. So I'm in Mac, so I'll use command plus P and I'll search for out here info.plist file. Now in here, you simply need to pass what I'm doing out here. I'll simply paste. So these 3 permissions I need to pass: NS camera uses description, then NS microphone uses description, which is given out here, and the third one is NS photo library uses description, not description entry. You don't need to pass entry out here because you can see in here there is no such thing that is passed. Alright, so just these 3 keys you need to pass, and the description you need to give out here what exactly you need to do with this particular permissions. You need to make sure you need to pass that up so that the user can understand why exactly are you using this. Once that is done, you're good to go. Nothing else we need to do out here. Then we are still okay. We are good to go. So in the functionality, I'll go for homepage HTML, not HTML. I'll go for TypeScript one. And in here, I'm going to work with some functionality. Now, one important thing before you go ahead with the functionality, which is that when we are using the Cordova plugin in Capacitor or anywhere directly in Cordova also, we need to pass that up in app.module.ts file, which I haven't done yet. So let me do it quickly. In the provider section, I need to pass this up. Let me do it. So out here at first, I'm going to have the media capture, which is this one. Alright, and the second one will be the file one. Let me have this too. Now it will be /ngx in both the cases, /ngx. Now the errors are gone because it is mentioned out here that we need to have the ngx one. If you see it out here, well, this is the import, and at last the ngx bit is being passed. Similar case is out here also, ngx. That's why I have given the same out there. Fine. So once that is clear, I'm good to go. Now I'll go to the home page TypeScript file, which is this one, and out here I will have a function called start recording. Fine. And within this particular functionality, I'm going to do everything within the try catch block. That is why I'm just doing this up. Try catch block, and in the catch one I'll simply log the error if there is any error. And in the catch block, what am I going to do? I will paste few code, which is the option one for the capture image options, where I'm limiting only to 1 video. So you can have some more options like the duration, how long you want the video to be, and lot of many things, but I have given just limit 1 because I just need 1 video, nothing else I need to pass out here. Now we need to simply import it up. Let me import it from media capture /ngx will be better. Now once that is imported, for the await I need to use a sync out here. That's how we use it. Once that is being done, this dot media capture, well, this will give me an error because in the constructor I need to inject it up. So private media capture. Alright, let's import it. Fine. So this is also imported. Now the errors are gone. And what am I doing out here? I'm getting the value of media capture video. So basically this function is responsible for capturing the video, and the captured video will be passed into the data out here, which is a constant that I have created. Now once we get the data in our data constant, then what we are going to do? Well, we need to get the first element of it. Because it is an array, it will provide us an array. If you hover on it, you will get the information that this is a media file array. So we need to get a particular media file out here. So for that, what I'll do, let me just declare a property called video of type any that will hold our video. So out here, what am I going to do? I'm going to initialize this dot video equals to data, and the first element in the array, I'll just take that up. All right. So this is the thing that I need to do to get that particular data. Now out here you don't see anything, right? So what I need to do exactly, let me just do few stuff. This is okay, but why it is not showing any error out here? All right, invalid. Okay, so basically I have done a lot of things, and out here this thing is not working properly. Let me just delete this up, and in here I'll simply run Ionic serve again. Let's check this time whether it works or not. Alright, I'll just close this and reload this up. Still I'm getting the error. Why is that so? Well, out here everything seems to be okay, but I don't know why am I getting the error. Anyways, let me skip that and try this up, because I think I need to run it in my real device, and only it's going to work properly, because these are Cordova plugins. It doesn't work with the browser one. So let me just close all the stuff and let's focus on the functionality out here. So what am I actually going to do? When we get the video, we need to apply a few more functionality out here. But before that, let's just console log that up, and I will run this particular thing in my real device. But in order to run this up, I need to have some functionality. In my ion contained, I'm going to pass few buttons. So ion button, where I'll pass expand to be block, and I'll pass a click event within which I will call the start recording function. Alright, and I'll name it as start recording. Alright, then let me just copy this up, and I will have another thing out here, another button, which I'll name it as play recording, and the functionality will also be play recording, which I'm just going to create right now. Let's go to our TypeScript and let's paste it out here. Fine. So this is also ready. So I've just stopped the Ionic serve, and let's open this up in iOS. So Ionic cap. At first, let me just sync it up. Now once the syncing is done, I will open this project in Xcode. So Ionic cap open iOS. Alright, the Xcode has opened up. So now let me try to run this application in iPhone 14 Pro. Let me hit the run button. Let's see whether it works or not. Alright, iPhone 14 has opened up, but the application is not yet running. Let's wait for some time. Alright, now the app is opening up, and there we go. The app has opened up. Let me hit on start recording and let's see what happens. So what I'll do now, before doing that, let me clear this particular logs, and then I'll run this up. So start recording, and out here, okay, what's going on? Alright, it is saying video mode is not available, and maybe it doesn't work properly in our simulator. I need to go for the real device. So let's go for that. Alright, now my phone is connected. Let me just select that up and hit on the run button. Alright, the build failed. Why? Okay, I just forgot to pass a team. So you need to select a team out here, otherwise it's going to give errors. Now the error will go away, I suppose. Yes, it is updating the provisioning. And there we go. Everything is good to go. Now hit the run button. I hope no more errors will come up. And there we go. Build successful. Okay, it has opened up in my device. Let me just try this up at first, then I'll show you how exactly it's going to work. So I've just clicked on start recording, and I'm getting the option to access to allow permissions. So let me just allow it, otherwise I'm unable to record also. So I just did a mistake out here. I need to accept all the permissions to go ahead. Alright, I got two permissions. One is for the microphone, and the other one is for the camera. So I just got those two permissions. Now if I just open up the recording, I don't think it's going to work properly. So let me just go for this particular stuff out here at first, or should I show you again? I think that will be a better option. So let me just close the application at first. Let me open the application again, as I am in dark mode right now, so you are just looking at this screen, so it is an automatic mode in my case. That is why I'll just go for start recording. and you can see this particular thing is coming up. I'll just take a video of this particular one, my iPhone, what exactly I'm doing out here as of now. And let me just stop that. Once you stop that, you get the option of taking a retake, playing it up. Let me go for play, and it is being played, right? Okay, stop and use video. So it is nicely working out here. The video is getting captured. That's the best part. But in order to show that and in order to work with that, we need to do certain functionality. So I'll just show you how to play that particular video. So in order to do that, we need to do a lot of functionality. Let's work on that first. So let me just close this for the time being. I'll just stop all the activities, and this one also, let me just close it. Why to hit a lot of RAM? And now out here I don't see anything, so if you want you can simply close this up. It is not working out here, but in the real device it is working. So out here we have seen that our recording is working, but the file that is getting stored is not, we won't be able to access it up, and we need to find out the procedure to access it up. So let me just show you how we can access that particular file. So for that to be done, in the home page TypeScript, after we get this particular video, what I need to do exactly? So basically I need to copy the path of the local URL of that particular video and move that file from that particular location to the project directory. How we can achieve that? Let me just show you out here. So at first I'll do some few tasks. I've just typed it out here. So basically I'm just removing the last part of the URL that we will be getting in our local URL by splitting it using the split function out here, because the last slash will hold the name of the particular file with the extension. We don't need that. Before that, whatever the path is, we just need that particular path. Alright, so I've got that path and I have removed that particular last name, means the file name, and the extension using the pop function. Once that is done, I am again appending all the things and making it in proper location. So I'm storing it as from directory. Why I'm doing that, I'll explain you in some time. Or should I do it right now? Well, basically this is the location from which we are going to copy the file. And to which place we need to copy that particular file, let me just have it out here. So this is the location where I'm going to have that particular file. So I'm naming it as to.dir, to directory. And this .file.data directory I'm going to use out here to get to that particular location of our project. So this .file won't work directly. In order to make that work, I need to inject it out here, file of type of file, and I'll import it from Awesome Cordova plugin. Alright, this is done. Now there is no error as such. So we have got the from and to. Now how do we copy that up? For that, let me just show you what exactly I'm going to do. So out here, I'm simply going to use this particular thing, which is this .file.copy file function I'm going to use out here, where I'm going to pass the from dir, then the file name. Instead of the file name, we are going to write out here this .video.name. Alright, and then to dir will be used to which directory we want to copy the file, and then what will be the name out there. So the name, it's going to be the same name only. I don't want to change the name, so I'll just pass the same name out here too. That's it. And we will get the response out here in this particular constant. But in fact, I don't need to take care of that also. So I can simply remove it if I want, if you want to, or if you can keep it, because this particular one will return a promise of type entry. So if you want, you can simply log it out here. Let me just log it, console.log the response. And this is the benefit of using try catch, because I'm using await 2 times out here, and we can smoothly go ahead with this stuff. So that is the benefit of it. Alright, if there is any error, I'll just tackle the error in this particular manner. So this is the functionality that I need for recording a particular video. I hope it's clear. Now once that is being done, we just need to work with the play functionality, and for that I will be using another plugin. So let's complete that at first, because even if I show you this part, you won't be able to play and check it up. So that is why I will just implement the play functionality also, and then we will check it together how exactly it works. I hope it's clear. So for working with the play functionality, I need to have a plugin. Let's go for that. So let me open it up in new window, maximize it. Now the name of the plugin will be Capacitor Video Player. This is the one. You can simply type it out here and you will get the result. just open this particular link. Once that is opened up, you simply need to install it up. So copy, and I will open another shell, we'll paste it out here. Alright, now let's check it once again. This is for Capacitor version 4. Presently we are using Capacitor version 4. That's pretty great. It's going to work pretty nicely. What else I need to check out here? Well, there are some permissions or some other stuff which we need to do, which we need to tackle for Android and iOS. So let's do that. So for Android, it is said that we need this particular stuff. So let me simply copy this up and let me check any other thing which we need out here so that we can do it all together. So let me just have it in my Android manifest file. So let me just go out here, Android manifest file, and in the activity out here, I need to paste it, align it properly. That is what it's being told out here under the activity tag. So I've done that part. And after that, in the main activity, it is said that I need to add this particular one. But in Capacitor version 4, we don't add the plugin in this particular manner, actually. So I just need one. So let me just directly add this part. If there will be any error, then I will have all the stuff. Because for Android, there is some issue with this particular import. This does not exist. I have checked that out. So I won't implement that for the time being, this particular part. Let's leave it and move ahead. Let's check it out if it works or not. And for web and Electron, you need to install this particular stuff, but I'm not showing that part right now. And for the permissions, well, you need to add these two stuff. Internet we already have. I just need to add this particular permission and everything will be ready to go. So out here, I'll just scroll to the bottom, internet. After internet, let me just paste it and we are good to go. Nothing else I suppose I need to do. For iOS also, I don't think anything is defined out here. So I think I'm ready with this particular stuff. The plugin is ready and it is installed also. Let's go to homepage TypeScript and work with the functionality of it. So now in the play recording, I'll simply have the code which will help us to achieve the same. So this is the particular code which I want to use out here. Let me give a sync because I'm using await out here. So I'm just tracking the path at first. Alright. So this is the path, this.file.data directory plus the video name that we have already seen, right? We haven't seen actually the name, but whatever name I'm passing out here, I want to track the same name. Alright, and then I need to like import it up. It's imported now, correct? Once that is imported, all the errors are gone. And then this is the way by which I can use this init player functionality of Capacitor video player, which will help us to play that particular video. So in this, I've given mode to be full screen. You can change as per your requirement. Then I've given the URL to be this particular path. Alright, then any player ID, I've just given it out here. Then component tag app home because I'm in the home page. If you don't want to give any component tag, you can simply skip this part also if you're confused about it. Alright, this is just to show like where exactly you are playing this thing. Otherwise, if you are playing it in too many places, then it will have a problem. So that is why this component tag is given. If you want more details about it, I think you will get out here. If you just scroll down, I'm pretty much sure I'll get something out here. Not given any details, I suppose, but you can check the repository. I suppose you will find something out here. Let's go. Let me just scroll down. All right. I don't know why am I not getting. Anyways, if we want to check it up, simply what I'll do, I'll use the command, or you can use for control for Windows and hit this particular button. Now we have cap video player options. Again, I'll click out here. So you see this particular things. What is this player ID? Initial player playing rate. Okay, this is a rate. This is for the rate ID of div element parent of the player. Okay, this is the one. Then what am I looking for is component tag. So component tag or DOM element tag. Okay, so basically the DOM that you're using for this particular one or the component that you're using, it is just denoting that up. So like I said, it is not given out here properly, but still whatever I said, like if you're using it too many places or in too many pages, then simply you can track that up where exactly you're playing this up. I suppose that's the meaning of it. I just forgot about it. So now everything is good to go. Now we simply need to test it up in our real device and we are good to go. So what I'll do now, I'll just stop Ionic serve at first. It is stopped and I'll just remove this. Now I'll just sync everything as Ionic cap sync. Alright, the syncing is done. Now let me open it up in Xcode. So Ionic cap open iOS. Okay, it has opened up. Everything is good to go. Let me hit the run button. Build successful. Alright, the app is opening up in my phone. Let me open the recording. And it's time to start the recording. So I'll just hit on the start recording button. Alright, the recording is about to start. Let me go for it. Let's record the one that I'm just doing right now. Alright, 10 seconds, 11 seconds. That's done, I suppose. Use video. Once that is done, I'll simply hit on the play recording button. Once I do that up, you can see.
Go for it. Let's record the one that I'm just doing right now.
So it is playing properly. So that means if you are able to play that, you are able to track that particular videos properly, and then you can simply work around with a lot of stuff. There is endless possibilities. Well, you can send it to somewhere and you can have multiple, like you can store that particular video and make a playlist of it, something of that kind. Well, you can do offline also, and online if you just fetch it somewhere, you can get via APIs also. So endless possibility. Like I said, you can even create an album with that, or how do I say, a grid view also. You can create whatever videos you are recording. You can just keep a track of each and every video out here. I'm not doing all of that. That's totally up to you. I'm just showing you the path, how exactly you can work with the particular video recording and how you can play with that. So I hope it's pretty clear exactly how it is being done. Now we simply need to test the same thing in our Android device. Let's do that. Alright, my Android device is connected now. Let me close this up, and out here let me close this one too. Simply run the same command for Android also. Alright, trust it. Okay, the Android Studio is opening up. Everything is ready. Let me just get everything done. Now I'll simply hit the run button and check it out whether it works or not out here. Hope it works. Okay, it is installing. Let me install it. So now the app has opened up. Let me just check the recording. I'll just go for start recording. Allow. Okay, again I'll shoot this particular screen for 5 seconds, 6. Let's go for 10 seconds. I think that will be better. Alright, this is okay. 10 seconds done. Done. Click on the play button and the app crashed. Now why did it crash? Let's check it out here. Okay, full screen exo player fragment.java. Okay, some files are missing, maybe that is why. Okay, so I think I need to try that up, but I don't think that's gonna work. This particular import doesn't work. Let's try it up once again. So I'll just go out here and go to main activity. This is the file. Let me have this particular import, and after that I need this function to be used. Copy it up. Since it is shown in Capacitor version 4, so I'm just trusting it, but it should not be the case because there are few things which I don't think will match properly, but still let's go for it. So for the bundle, I'll get it from import android.os.bundle. Okay, then for the array list, well, I don't think I need any import for that. For the plugin also, I don't think so. So this is the only thing which we need to do, I think, according to the documentation, which I'm not sure whether it will work or not. Let's check it out. Then only we will be assured of it. So since we have made some changes out here, so I don't think I need to do anything. But still, let's sync the project once again. So once the syncing is done, I will go to Android Studio again out here, and let me close it. I think that will be better because we have made some changes. Maybe sometimes it happens that it is not getting reflected, so I'll just open it up again. Alright, now let me just try to hit the run button and see whether I get some errors or not. And I do get some error. It is saying this package does not exist. So what should I do now? I have no other option. And even this .init, well, this particular function is nowhere defined. Even that is also a problem. Even if I pass this particular thing directly out here, still I need to get the proper capacitor plugin import. If I don't get that, it won't work. So what do I do actually right now? Well, I'm not pretty much sure. So I was just searching for that particular solution in the Stack Overflow and everywhere. So it is said that npx cap update you need to run, and that makes some changes in the native project, so it's able to detect the newly installed plugin, which I'm not sure about, but let's go for it. We have no other option apart from this. So let me just run this up. It is already detected, so I don't think anything else is left, because out here you can see it is detected, right? So I'm not pretty much sure what exactly the problem is. And we have the latest version, I suppose, because that's 4.1.0 is having all the fixes, and we have installed that particular plugin. Is not working on Android version, just init player functionality is working. I will updated new capacitor video plugin soon. So who has written this? I don't know. But let me give one more shot. If it doesn't work, then I'll just stop this, because I don't see any other option to work with this particular plugin for the time being. Let's check out here, and if I check the issues in this particular one, what do I get? Okay, in the repository I need to check it up for the issues. Video player error on Android devices. Let's check it out. Well, nothing much is shown out here. Anyways, let me do one thing. I'll just close the Android Studio again completely, and out here let me just open it up again after syncing. Alright, the syncing is done. Let me just open it up in Android again. Okay, I suppose I'll get the error again, but what to do? Can't help. Meanwhile, let me just check this up. Import class. Okay, it is imported. Great. How about this one? And if there are some more errors, well, let me just try this up. I'm not pretty much sure, but I don't think I need to use this particular bridge. Instead, before this, let me pause this up. Okay, that's better. And instead of the add function, what exactly we need to give, let me just check it out here. I just forgot. I think register plugin was there, or it was earlier. Let's check it out. So upgrade to 4.0. This is the one. Change register plugin order. Yes, so it should be register plugin. Copy there, just like the way I showed you. There are a few things which you need to take care of. So now I think everything is good to go except this particular plugin one. So let's try it directly out here. So I'm making the changes directly into our main activity in Android Studio. So I think that's going to work. Apart from this particular one, everything is good to go. Let's try it and see whether the error comes up. Again, the error is coming up. Let me just remove it and get this directly. Let's see what happens. So I'll get it from here, import class. Again, it is importing from the same place, but this plugin is not needed. Let me remove that. Why this is giving an error? Let's try it up once. No, incompatible types. Okay, so as you can see out here, it is not really working. I have tried all the possible ways. I have got the actual import URL or the plugin, which is capacitor video player. So that is actually the main thing that we can use, but still out here it is giving the error. If I just hover on it, well, let's just check it out. So it is giving that required type is something and provided is something, so which is the same thing, only I don't know what is exactly the problem out here. But anyways, it is not working. Maybe the issue is with the plugin. If I'm doing something wrong and you are able to check this up, you are able to make it work, please let me know in the comment section. I will also learn from you. So this is the thing that I have implemented, guys. So I hope it works for you. If it doesn't, definitely we are having the same issues, obviously, but for the time being, I don't have any other solution for it. You can just try the video player of the Cordova plugin. I think that might work. I haven't tried with that. So it is working on iOS pretty nicely, but on Android, well, it is not working as expected. And even I told you that I have tried the other plugin, which was the capacitor, what was it? Capacitor video recorder, I suppose. Video recorder. This is the plugin. So it worked for iOS, but for Android, again, it was giving some issues. So basically, for Android, I don't know why the problem is occurring, but for iOS, I have tried it and it works pretty nicely. So I have the code for that also, but it's useless to share that particular code because it is not working for Android. So if you still want that, let me know in the comment section. I'll share the code in the comments itself. So guys, for the time being, I think I'm done with this particular video. The main agenda was to capture the video, which we have done successfully for Android and iOS both. But for playing the video, well, that was a secondary thing. We are able to do it for iOS successfully, but for Android, well, it is crashing. We know the reason of crashing, but we don't have a proper solution for that for the time being. If you have, you just let me know in the comment section. Again, I'm telling you that. So with this, I will sign off for this particular video. I hope you found this video informative. Do let me know in the comment section what's your take in that. And if you want to learn anything else, let me know in the comment section. I'll make a video on that. This video was on demand by Rana Rahin. I suppose I'm pronouncing the name correctly. So he told me to make a video on video capturing using Capacitor. So I hope he likes that and it is helpful for him and for all the other people who are watching this. So thank you very much for watching this video, guys. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, do subscribe to the channel. That will help the channel grow because the content is free, of course. Why not to learn for free, right? And if you like this video, please hit the like button and do share with your friends. So guys, with this, let me just sign off for the day. I'll see you next time.